Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name's EJ Marino and this is About Last Night, the show where I talk about the movie I saw last night. We are diving into a brand new review today. Yes, we are talking about the Korean film Parasite. If you heard any hype about the movie Parasite, it's all true. This movie is an absolute masterpiece. Director Bong Joon-ho has done it again. The director of Okja, Snowpiercer, and The Host. Oh my gosh, I didn't think he could do something so scaled back like this. This really reminds me of a Park Chan-wook film. He does Old Boy and Symphony for Lady Vengeance, things like that. That's what this reminds me of. More than a film like Snowpiercer, this is like a good, thrilling time, and I'm so impressed. I love this movie from start to finish. The script is amazing, the direction's great, the production design is stellar. From the top to bottom, this film checks off every box. I am so impressed with Parasite that I think this is my favorite film of the year. Sorry Us, sorry Midsummer, but we have a new king at the top of the list, and it's definitely Parasite. Parasite follows two families. We start with the Kims, a poor family living in a semi-basement who's just trying to make do. They fold pizza boxes for extra money. They run scams around the town. They find little odd jobs. They do what they can to make money. So when the son finally gets a chance to make some money, to kind of invade in a territory he's not normally there for, he's going to be tutoring a rich family named the Parks. I love this setup instantly. I'm a big fan of the idea of fake it till you make it. So this kid is not a great English tutor, but he's going to fake his way to make money. And then once he gets in there, he starts scamming the family and hustling them to get the rest of his family into there. So his sister becomes the art therapist. His dad becomes the driver. There's just a lot of stuff like this that I'm like, hell yeah, you get your family a job. And then on the same time with the Parks, I'm like, yeah, but you guys do your hustle as well. You guys are rich, nice people. There's a lot in here that I'm like, I love just the simple setup of the film. And then you get to the last hour of this movie, and it is just pure insanity. Ki-woo is the son in this film, and basically our main character. While his father plays a role, while his sister plays a role, I think his mother is probably one of my favorite members of the Kim family. He actually is the main part. Ki-woo does a lot in this film as not just the people person, as not the person who just gets them into the door. He carries the bulk of the drama. A lot of the stuff that gets crazy in the finale, it's about him. There is a lot in this movie that really centers around him, and I think this actor's performance was top notch. But it's not just him. The actress who plays Mrs. Park, who's the mother, the rich mother, who's dealing with a really crazy son and average kind of teenage daughter and her rich businessman husband. There's a lot there that I think Mrs. Park handles I think she's a saint. And then you have, like I said, the Kims. The mother is amazing. Mr. Kim, who plays such a big role in this film. When you start off with Mr. Kim, you're kind of like, oh, okay, he's gonna be secondary, and then by the end, he starts morphing into this very important character that has a lot going on underneath the surface. You start seeing, once we see this character start shifting, they play it really well, to the face. You start seeing, wow, he's really feeling it all here. I think Mr. Kim's, performance in this film is so amazing, but for me, Ki-woo is the absolute star, although Ki-jung, oh my god, she's so good. The sister character in this movie, she is she's quick, smart, sassy. Love her character a lot as well. Going into this movie as fresh as you can is the best way to watch it. I don't want you to read a synopsis. I'm not even going to spoil a lot in this movie. I do want to talk about one major scene I loved. It's a scam around the middle of the film where it involves a peach. It involves Ki-woo trying to help his dad act. He's playing a director. Such a great scene with those two. But then the whole peach scam, I legit was like, these people are like Joanne the scammer. You know that meme that went around with Miss Joanne just scamming everyone and stealing things? They are on that level of scamming and just, oh my god, stunts and shenanigans. I loved everything they pulled, but you have that peach scene. You have that acting scene I love. And then you have an amazing scene where they have to kind of sneak out of the house. One of my favorite scenes, equal parts tense and that kind of dark comedy that's in a lot of Korean films, but especially this one. There's times where I wanted to laugh, but it was one of those, oh no, why am I laughing at this awkward, tense moment? I love stuff like that. Something that Parasite does really well is making you sympathize with every character. As much as you may not agree with one person, you see their point of view, you see their angle. Even when things get intense and crazy at the end, you start going, well, you know, as much as I wouldn't do this, this is a route I can see someone taking. And I think that's really refreshing, is where even if I don't agree with a character's motivation or their direction, I go, well, yeah, okay, cool, that's not my route, that's not how I would have taken this character, or if I was that character, that's not how I would have done that. But sure, I see it, and I really like that this movie does that. Much like Okja and Snowpiercer, where you're dealing with characters in a situation that you're like, who do I like? Who do I support in here? I need to know. This movie does it as well, and I really think that's Bong Joon-ho's just big like gift as a director, is making you see all points of a story and go, okay, but where do you fall? Let me give you all the pieces. Who do you like? Because I'll give you like choices, and I love that. I love being able to fall in love with my own characters, get to make my own decisions, and I think as a director and with a script, I think that's allowed. The last hour of this film is utter insanity, with the finale being somehow equally scary and heartbreaking at the same time. I loved Parasite. My favorite movie of the year, one of the best movies I have seen all year. It's not one of those things, sometimes when it's my favorite movie of the year, it might not be one of the best movies of the year. But this is somehow my favorite, the best of the year, and needs to be a front runner at the awards season next year. If this is just stuck to best foreign film and doesn't transcend to the best picture at the Oscars, there is something wrong with them, because this is beyond just a Korean movie. This is a fantastic film. That is it from my review of Parasite. I try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible because, like I said, this movie needs to be seen as fresh as you can. Go into it just knowing the basic outline. Poor family, rich family, how do they mix? That's all you need to know. Go see this movie as soon as you can. It comes out in October in the US, and if you're overseas, I do not know the release date, but find out, because this needs to be seen. That is it from my review of Parasite. I love this movie. What did you think of this review? What do you think of this movie? What did I say? Did I like sell you guys on it? What do you think of this? Because this is a must-see. I'm not kidding. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I make videos like this every single week. Give me a thumbs up because YouTube takes those way too seriously. And let's talk about Parasite in the comments below.